Welcome back, everyone. We have an incredible story about obedience that doesn't always make sense. Naaman was a commander of the army of Aram, modern-day Syria. He was a mighty warrior, highly respected by his king, and credited with bringing military victories. But there was one thing that even he couldn't fight: leprosy. In the eyes of men, Naaman was a hero, a man of valor, a man of war. But beneath the armor, his flesh was marked by a disease that no sword could slay. He had leprosy, uncurable, shameful, feared. Now soldiers from Aram had gone out and taken captive a young girl from Israel during a war, and she served Naaman's wife. One day this girl said to her mistress,
"If only my master would see the prophet who is in Samaria, he would cure him of his leprosy."
Word reached Naaman, and he went to his king saying,
"This girl from the land of Israel says there is a prophet who can heal me."
And the king of Aram said, "Go, I will send a letter to the king of Israel." So Naaman departed, taking with him 10 talents of silver, 6,000 shekels of gold, and 10 sets of clothing. He carried the letter to the king of Israel, which read, "With this letter I am sending my servant Naaman to you so that you may cure him of his leprosy." When the king of Israel read the letter, he tore his robes and said, "Am I God? Can I kill and bring back to life? Why does this man send someone to me to be healed of leprosy? See how he is trying to pick a quarrel with me." But when Elisha the man of God heard that the king had torn his robes, he sent a message saying, "Why have you torn your robes? Let him come to me and he will know there is a prophet in Israel." So Naaman went with his horses and chariots and stopped at the door of Elisha's house. But Elisha did not even come out. Instead, he sent his servant who said, "Go, wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan, and your flesh will be restored and you will be cleansed." Naaman was furious. He said,
"I thought he would surely come out to me and stand and call on the name of the Lord his God, wave his hand over the spot, and cure me. Are not Abana and Pharpar, the rivers of Damascus, better than all the waters of Israel? Couldn't I wash in them and be cleansed?"
So he turned and went off in a rage. But Naaman's servants went to him and said, "My father, if the prophet had told you to do some great thing, would you not have done it? How much more then when he tells you, 'Wash and be cleansed'?" So he went down to the Jordan River, and he dipped himself in the water once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6. And on the 7th time his flesh was restored. It became clean like that of a young boy. Naaman was overjoyed and went straight back to Elisha's house.
"Now I know that there is no God in all the world except in Israel. Please accept a gift from your servant."
But Elisha said, "As surely as the Lord lives, whom I serve, I will not accept a thing." And even though Naaman urged him, Elisha refused. And Elisha said to him, "Go in peace." Naaman came seeking healing, and he found much more. He came in pride and left in peace, not by power, not by gold, but by humbling himself and trusting in the word of God. If this story spoke to you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs encouragement today. And remember, sometimes the smallest acts of faith lead to the greatest miracles.